The idea of not with Bo particularly, but you hear about sophomore slumps to the quarterbacks. Like,
I do.
What is that? Also, you don't put much stock in that.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of them. I'm trying to think of the MTV one-hit wonders, and there's not a lot of them that come to mind. I mean, I think it's a term we use, but I can't think of examples that match that term of rookie quarterbacks that excelled, and then all of a sudden what happened their second year.
I feel like C.J. Stroud was unbelievable his rookie year, and then maybe they struggled more overall as an offense. But there could be a lot of reasons why. Yeah,
but I didn't look at his season. I mean, I think they went to the postseason, and now I that's a good question. But I think there's bigger picture items relative to this team.
That's our guy Parker Gabriel from the Denver Post asking. I think that was Parker. I believe it was. Asking Sean Payton about the sophomore slump. That's interesting that, Scott, he just sort of denies the existence of the sophomore slump, saying it's an expression we use, but it doesn't really exist in reality. And how bad of a slump did C.J. Stroud have if his team still got to the playoffs?
Right.
So, I mean, how bad could it be? Now, if you want to look at a better example, I think you probably should use Mac Jones, who got the Patriots to the playoffs and then was a total bust the next year. That's probably a better example. Other than that, I mean, maybe he's got a point. Like, you might not be very good in your first year and you remain not good in your second year. But off the top of your head, Dan, I'll pull you in on this too. How many quarterbacks can you guys think of who, first of all, they have to have a good first year?
Right.
So you have to play as a rookie.
Well, C.J. Stroud, 4,100 yards, 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, rookie year. Pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Second year, 3,700 yards, 20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Maybe they figured him out a little bit. But as you said, they still got to the postseason.
Hey, you're there. You got yourself a shot. Is that really a sophomore slump?
He didn't play as well statistically, but they still got the postseason.
Well, what was frustrating Sean just a pinch today, and this is fun about Sean. I do like this about Sean because I think he thinks like like an analyst all the time. And there's little pet peeves that bug him. So if he was on the set for Fox, Scott, and they brought up sophomore slump, I could see him going off and saying, yeah, that's something that doesn't really exist. It's a fun expression, but it in reality, it doesn't exist. If guys are good their rookie year, they tend to stay good.
Well, but
an object in motion tends to stay in motion.
Here's when you get rookie slumps. The guy exceeds what
sophomore
slumps. The guy exceeds your expectations his first year, rookie year, freshman year, whatever it is. In the second year, he doesn't advance from there. He might even stay. I mean, C.J. Stroud was close to the same, few more picks, but same completion percentage and everything else. Still got to the playoffs. A little more interceptions, but other than that, but he didn't take a step up. So is really the sophomore jinx more of there wasn't a progression from and Bo Nix put that on himself. He had a better than I think expected rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
Does he take that type of a step from what our expectations were to what he did? Now, okay, this is what he did. Does he take that jump also?
Well, I think it's going to be easy for him to do that. And here's why. He did have some struggles at the beginning of the year last year. I mean, they didn't really hit their stride, and the Broncos were lucky to win a lot of close games, and they lost some close games too. But they were not great in the first couple games of the year. Well, this year, the first two games are kind of incredibly easy, relatively. So I think statistically, if we're just looking at that, this is going to be a breeze, a Drew Brees.
1-7 against above 500 teams.
Mm-hmm.
You lost to Cincinnati in overtime.
Right, so you went head-to-head with Joe Burrow.
And you lost to Kansas City on a block kick.
And you're head-to-head with Patrick Mahomes.
So then all of a sudden now you're 3-5, and people are going, whoa. And
correct.
oh, by the way, now you got 12 wins.
There you go. So I think it's an interesting concept that the sophomore slump doesn't really exist. So I would challenge you guys, 303-504-0925, because you're way smarter than us, period, the end of argument. What are some famous sophomore slumps? Like when that expression is used, what exactly are the examples? Is Mac Jones one of them? And if you can only find, Scott, 2 or 3 examples, then does it really exist at all? Or is it just like, like Tom Brady was a 6th round draft pick? Oh, so should we start drafting quarterbacks in the 6th round? Or was that just a one-off, unbelievable happenstance?
How about this? I type in most famous sophomore slumps.
Okay.
First real article that comes in involves music. What did Sean Payton talk about?
Well, that happens all. That's a different topic.
I know, but that's the first thing that they talk about. And then
So here's why sophomore slumps happen in music. I know exactly why. You have your entire life to write your first album with all of your experiences, and then you got 10 months to come up with your second one. That's why sophomore slumps happen in music all the time.
Here's the NFL's, according to Bleacher Report, 10 worst sophomore slumps in NFL history.
Let's hear them.
See how many are quarterbacks. Rick Meyer, quarterback, 93-94.
Okay. That was 20 plus years ago, but okay. I know he played at Notre Dame. I'm not. Who did he even play for professionally? What team?
Well, I thought he started with Seattle, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't even know who. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think he's with Seattle.
That sounds familiar. Couch was with the Browns, correct?
Or Cincinnati.
And by the way,
Browns. Yeah, Browns.
By the way, sophomore slump to me only counts if you had a good year the first year. Sophomore slump does not count. You were okay your first year, and then you just sucked worse your second year.
Here's Tim Couch's first year. 2,400 yards, 15 touchdowns, 13 interceptions.
That's not a good first year.
55.9% completion.
That's not a good first year.
Now, but you have to go all the way back to 99. Are we judging?
So we throw Couch out. He doesn't count.
Well, here's the sophomore
Keep going.
year. 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, 9 picks.
Okay, he was mediocre his first year. He was,
and yet he had a 64 completion percentage versus 55.
Well, he was making more conservative throws, and he wasn't getting the yards. He was.
Michael Clayton, 0405.
What was his first year?
With Tampa Bay, 80 catches, 1,100 yards.
Oh, no. We're talking about a receiver out.
Yeah, well.
We're only talking about quarterbacks here.
But his sophomore year, 32 catches, 300
I don't
yards.
care. We're only talking about quarterbacks. So far, we've got none.
Rashawn Salam, they got in there, running back. Sam Bradford.
Let's hear it.
10 and 11. Rookie year, 3,500 yards, 18 touchdowns.
That was his rookie year?
Yeah, 18 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, 60% completion.
It's a pretty good year.
Sophomore
overall.
year, 2,100 yards, 6 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 53.
That's a sophomore slump.
Okay, and that was
no doubt
2010, 2011.
But he still played in the NFL many years. But that's okay, fine. You got one.
Okay, got one.
We got one for
Matt
sure.
Ryan.
Talk to me. That's a fun one.
Rookie year, 3,400 yards, 16 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 61%.
Okay, that's good.
Next year, 2,900 yards, 22 touchdowns, 14 interceptions.
Oh.
58% completion. Not
That's
horrible.
a slump?
It's just a little bit.
That sounds like C.J. Stroud. That sounds like
exactly
you're still pretty
right.
good.
Franco Harris.
All right, so that doesn't count.
Mike Williams.
So we got one so far.
Terry Miller. And Dmac and Sue. Dmac and Sue was number 1.
So we got one example of a sophomore slump.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe Sean Payton's right
well,
on that.
I mean, you got to go back to Rick Meyer. You don't even remember Rick Meyer.
I'll give you 2. I'll shrug my shoulders and say, okay.
But it was also back in the era they didn't throw the football.
The Sam Bradford one is good. But, he had other weird things, too.
And Matt Ryan was more like what we saw of C.J. Stroud.
Matt Ryan was C.J. Stroud. So, if Bo Nix is... I see what you're saying, though. Wherever you are, you want it to be a little bit better. You want to see improvement. So sophomore slump maybe doesn't exist for guys who had good, solid years, but it's potentially there's a little bit of a drop-off.
I think sophomore slumps come from when your freshman year, your rookie year, you exceed what the expectations were coming in.
See, to me, a sophomore slump is Mac Jones. You got your team to the playoffs, and the next year you sucked.
Yeah, you won
and
10 games. Next year you won 4.
And you're out of the NFL. Like that to me. And you were a first-round pick. That's a sophomore slump to me.
What was the quarterback with the Giants that's now in Indy? Matt Jones.
Daniel Jones.
He had a good rookie year too, didn't he?
I'd have to go through it. He has... Man, they were just such a crap organization, though. Like, they had so many other problems. Don't forget Saquon Barkley was on that team, too. And he was there with Eli Manning, I believe.
Yeah, they benched Eli. Matt Jones' rookie year, didn't they?
I'd have to go through the whole thing with Daniel Jones and Eli Manning and how it all worked out.
His rookie year, he started 12 of 13 games.
Okay.
3-9 record, by the way.
Not good.
Next year, he started 14 games, 5-9.
Yeah.
Next year, he started 11 games, 4-7. Then in 22, he started all 16s, was 9-6-1.
Well, that's pretty good. But you could make the argument he just didn't have a good year, period, until his fourth year.
Yeah,
so there's no sophomore slump there. It just took him a while to get going.
23, 6 games, 1-5. 24, 10 games, 2-8.
Yeah. So
you know what his record is?
Boy, he had one good year at the right time, man.
And got paid.
That's right.
Do you know his record as a starting quarterback? Now, again, bad franchise.
Go for it.
24, 44-1. Isn't that where you rate him anyway? So C.J. Stroud really he won 10 games his rookie year. He won 10 games his sophomore year.
I'm gonna.
Do you not rate him on wins?
I'm looking something up really quick because I know it's a mind-blowing stat. Okay, here it is. Did you know Eli Manning's career?
Well, he's 500.
117 and 117.
Yeah.
One of the wilder stats of any quarterback of all time.
2 Super Bowls.
2 Super Bowls.
Beating the greatest quarterback of all time.
Beating Tom Brady twice, including an undefeated season.
Yeah.
When he was the MVP of the Super Bowl. 117 and 117. Hall of Famer?
Not by wins. But 2 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl MVPs? I mean,
it's one of the more perplexing, confusing careers of all time.
Right.
Like where Eli Manning, arguably he's the greatest quarterback in Giants history, but he was also there during some really bad times.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of the Elway GM
Well, he was
too.
the shining diamond in a pile of cow manure for a couple of years.
If, the one thing I loved about Tebow while he was here, if you wanted to say he was a terrible quarterback because the dude couldn't throw, hey, plenty of evidence. But if you wanted to say he was a great NFL quarterback because he had a winning record as a starter, got his team to the playoffs, won a playoff game, and was just a winner,
well,
there's that too.
And then one of the craziest stats in Denver Broncos history, the only quarterback drafted by the Broncos to win a playoff game.
So was he a terrible quarterback or was he a great quarterback? Now, nobody's going to make
I thought he was a really good football player. I thought he was a really good...
Because the ability to figure out how to win kind of trumps everything, correct?
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
And again, I always say this. You got to give John Fox credit because he knew they weren't going to drop back 35 times. He said, let's run a lot of play action and run pass options.
That's one of the most fun arguments, too. The coaches did want to win, but were they just basically trying to stick it to the fans because nobody really wanted Tebow here in the first place?
Right, except fans.